A 25-year-old congressional candidate running in North Carolina says his Democrat opponent is using desperation tactics against his campaign. One America's John Hines spoke with Madison Cawthorn about the race.
You are a candidate, the seat that Congressman Mark Meadows had in western North Carolina. You are seeking to be elected to that seat. It's rated as a solid Republican, according to Nathan Gonzalez of Inside Elections. But it seems like there's been a little bit of a wrinkle here. What seems to be going on?
Well, you know what? It's the classic Democratic playbook. We are being attacked from all sides. You know, I'm a young millennial who's in a wheelchair. I'm right between the Gen Z and the millennial generation. And so me being a conservative really blows up the entire narrative that the liberal left media and the fringe elements of the Democratic Party are trying to pitch, which is that Democrats own the youth, and also that all people who feel disenfranchised or are not, rich old white guys are never Republicans. And so since I represent a great threat to their status quo, someone who can go up to Washington, D.C., debate and defeat the squad because we have better ideas and better values, the liberal media is attacking me from all sides. Right now they're trying to paint me as some kind of white supremacist Nazi, even though if I was the Nazi ideology would have exterminated me as a man in a wheelchair.
So your opponent has raised questions. You made a post. You took a trip to, I guess it's in Germany or Austria, where there's this place called Eagle's Nest. Apparently that's some place where Nazis used to hang out. You took a trip there, and so now what kind of charges as a result has your Democratic opponent made against you?
So my Democratic opponent has gone on with basically these leftist mob conspiracy theories where anybody who's a white conservative in this country is a white supremacist or a Nazi until proven innocent, which I genuinely believe is a great threat to our democracy and for all of us to have an open dialogue. I grew up watching Band of Brothers. My brother and I did, and when we were over in this country, this is the last place that Easy Company went to celebrate their victory and declare victory over the greatest evil I think we've seen in recent times.
Is it possible, perhaps, what is the real issue in this campaign in your mind? And is it possible, perhaps, that your Democratic opponent has raised this issue of connections with the Germans, your trip to the Eagle's Nest, to perhaps obfuscate what might be the real issue at hand in this election in western North Carolina?
I think you're absolutely right, John. What I see here is, a logical fallacy. It's one of a straw man debate where it's trying to get people to focus onto some subject that doesn't actually matter. Because what this decision voters are going to have to make is one between an ideology that wants to restore and renew our nation, or another ideology on the left which wants to destroy and defund our country. And you know what? I harken back to what Ronald Reagan once said. We don't have a decision right now between left or right. It is up or down. We can vote for the party that wants to move us into the future so we can hand off it to the next generation, something we're proud of, or we can vote for the Democrats, which is to take us down to the ash heap of history. And that's something I want to fight against. And I believe my opponent is desperately grasping at straws, trying to make sure that the Republican Party in this area, the moderate people who are in the middle, who the Democratic Party have left, are not focused on the real issues. Because what is really going on is there is a radical agenda in the Democratic Party that has taken hold. And any vote for a Democrat in any congressional district all across the country is a vote for Nancy Pelosi, which is a vote for AOC and the radical squad that they represent.
Have you spoken with Mr. Meadows?
You know what I have? I called him for his advice on this, and he said stay the course, be willing to move forward, and cast a vision for the American people that they can get behind. Because, he believes, just like I do, that our best days are ahead of us, and it's only if we can elect the right people to Congress, the presidency, and the Senate. Madison Cawthorn, who hopes to succeed Congressman Mark Meadows to represent the 11th District in western North Carolina, thank you for talking to us on One America News. Good to catch up with you. John, it's an honor. I look forward to talking again.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.